Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night. Where tonight we're coming to you on Top Split TV for Sunday Night Lights, Season 23, Round 5, live from Watkins, Glen, where tonight it's me, Alex McKellar, joined once again by the chaotic one himself, Mr. Corey Steinhauser, who's back after some PC dramas. Corey, Round 5, Watkins, Glen, the short configuration. If warm-up race is anything to go by, mate, there'll be some action here tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. This is a bit of a drafty track. It's a great track for the skippies, in my opinion. I love the cup layout, which includes the bus stop. It definitely provides a couple of areas for action. And with a 43.89 strength of field, I reckon that these guys are going to go off and give us a good show.
Yeah, certainly hope so. The guys are out in force. They're out there in qualifying trim at the moment. Benny Simonson, the one-plated car, joins us once again. Slightly different look. After some controversy during the week, there's some names missing from the field. The community is shaking things up a bit with some of the folks during the week. We won't need to dive into that, but let's just say we've had a bit of a shake-up, and some of the familiar faces or some of the new ones from this season have bid us farewell by the looks. But Benny's still there, the number one plated car. Nagai's son, he's out there getting the tyres warmed up in the two-plated car. Pablo Espes, great to see the R70 team driver there, which reminds me I need to put up names. He's got some toe, that young man. Brett McBurney, the leading ANZ driver here tonight for McFlabby Racing in 4. And Loris Amadio, the first of the Italian stallions out there. He's wearing the number 5, Corey.
Continuing on with the Italian invasion right now, Alex, we've got Giuseppe Tellini as the six-plated car here tonight. Giuseppe, one of the better drivers out there, but he'll be looking to hold off his fellow Italian compatriot Enzo Cantor in the seven-plated car, who showed us that he's got a lot of pace around here in the warm-up race. So he'll definitely be one to keep an eye on. We've got Gilles Kawabe from Japan as the eight-plated car here tonight, and Kawabe-san has been absolutely unlucky, as well as his Japan compatriot Nagai-san. The nine-plated car, Matteo Grimaldi, wrapping up our Italian invasion. Grimaldi, unfortunate in the warm-up race, got a little bit of a crash there. And then our 10th plate car is OzNZ's own Sam Devantia from the Speedy Snails, Alex.
Oh, yeah, I jumped ahead to number 11 there for a minute. Speedy Snail, Sam Devanti, the Cowboys in the house. 11, Danny Blancos. The guys are out there on their second laps. 12th, Team Milo's own boss man, Mr. Russell Clark, as the second laps are underway around here. Speedy Snails driver Sam Devanti are looking to be the first one to come across the line to set his second lap. No, Enzo Cantor and Espes have beaten him to the punch. Low 27s. Seem to Devantia rocketing up the order, just being pipped by Tobias Ritt, newcomer to the series. Now, the one to watch in these, Nagai-san. There he is. He's just jumped to the top of the pops with a 27 flat, and I'm waiting for the timing of 1B Simonson to finish up. He's coming around the final couple of corners. There's only so few corners in this configuration, let's face it. Coming around the final corner now, 1B Simonson looking to set his best time, of course. Very good in qualifying. Nagai-san is no slouch, but as Simonson comes up to the line, what has he got for us? Has he cracked? No, he hasn't. Only good enough for P3. 2/10 off Nagai-san's time. Fantastic from the Japanese driver to take quali out this time round, Corey.
Yeah, that's a bit of a surprise here, Alex, seeing Simonson down in third. But with this being a bit of a smaller track compared to some of the ones that we do visit in the Skippies, the times are all very tight. Going down all the way down to 16th place, every driver is within 9/10 of a second. Then even the 17th place, Donald Savinol from OzNZ, he's only 1 second off the leading time set by Nagai-san at the moment. So it's all very, very close quarters right now, Alex.
Yeah, 100%, mate. This whole field, with the exception of newcomer Stockmale Mirwicki, jeepers, there's a mouthful, covered by a second. And as was pointed out by the crowd in chat there, 45-degree plus track temp, a 27 dead in those conditions is absolutely outstanding from the guy. So to separate himself at this shorter track by a full 2/10 over the strongest field of the week just goes to show you what pace the Japanese drivers got, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And we know that Nagai-san does have real life race experience as well. And I'm sure that plays a part here because there's quite a few tracks over in Japan. A lot of them are short tracks that are similar size to this. So I reckon he's got a leg up on the competition when it comes to finding time around a track where, finding time can be very, very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping this race looks a bit like the warm-up race, if I'm honest. There was a 9-car pack there with about 1 or 2 laps to go. So that's, with the stand of the driver in here, that's what we can hope to see if they can all just keep their egos in check. Easier said than done with this sort of field. And the points that are online, of course, everyone eager to get to the front and stake their claim for the massive points. With just about 30 seconds left to go before we wrap up quality, I just want to make a big shout out to everyone who supported the end of season raffle. We're raffling off a $100 Steam voucher. To get your ticket, just subscribe or donate $5 or more to the channel here, and everyone goes in for each one of those. Each time you do that, you get a ticket in the draw. We'll be drawing at the end of the season, at the end of the final broadcast. But for now, folks, thank you to everyone who has supported us to that point. As we tick down to the end of quali, we might just go through our grid as soon as it lets me. Come on, tick over. Usually takes about 5 seconds. There it is. All right, let's check out our grid for round 5 at Watkins Glen, season 23 of Sunday Night Lights. Naoya Nagai from Japan taking out pole, of course, which was a fantastic drive, as we said. Tobias Ritt joining us for the first time, 2/10 behind, starting from the second spot on the grid tonight. Pablo Espes for R70 team ended up pipping Benny Simonson for P3. Simonson relegated to P4 off the grid for Apex Racing. Sam Devanti, the speedy snail, starting out of P5. Enzo Cantor for Movano Sim Racing. First race out this season, if I'm not mistaken, for us, is Mr. Cantor out of 6th tonight. Giuseppe Tellini from Italy out of 7th. Brett McBurney for McFlabby Racing, the leading ANZ driver tonight out of P8. Oh, I beg your pardon. Sam Devanti out of P5, leading ANZ driver. Apologies, Sam. Matteo Grimaldi out from Italy out of 9th. Peter Golla joining us once again out of 10th tonight. Laura Samario from Italy out of 11th. Danny Blanco from Iberia, the leading and perhaps only Iberian driver here tonight. Out of 12th as we go over the page. 13th tonight, Alexis Vico from across competition. He's Iberian. Gael Kawabe from Japan out of 14th. Team Milo's Russell Clark out of 15th. The third Japanese driver in here, Takumi Yamato, out of 16th tonight. Donald Sabanal from ANZ. Go check out his stream. The Don's Games on Twitch. And Raphael's Stockmal Mirawiki from Central Eastern Europe. Try saying that one tonight, Corey, just for once, and that'll round out our field of 18 drivers here tonight. Oh, as the lights have come on early. Let's see if I can't get a decent picture of them. No. Oh, I think it's this one. And they're away as Fred the Flag Marshal vigorously waves his flag once again to get us underway. Nagai-san leads them down to the first corner tonight. It's the 90, this one, I think, from memory. 90-degree quarter to start us off as everyone spews wide as you can do here without picking up the incident point, unless you grab the grass on the way back in, which I think was done by Danny Blanco in the background. Meanwhile, up front, they're all getting away on the run for the first time through the bus stop. Corey, what are we looking for here?
Well, hopefully we'll get a couple of 2, maybe 3 wide bits of action like we are seeing right now for P2, as we got Ritt, Espes and Simonson going 3 wide down this back straight, heading into the bus stop. And it looks like Simonson falling into third. We've got one going sideways. He's lost his tail. We've got 2 on the inside of the bus stop. I think that is the 4 car. Giuseppe Tellini is involved in this one, McBurney, and I think Grimaldi as well, Alex.
Yeah, Grimaldi and McBurney ended up T-boned in the middle of the bus stop that time round. Shame for the ANZ driver in there, looking to be competitive, Mr. McBurney, but As we jump back up front, we've got Nagai out in front, leading Rit, Simonson, Espes, Cantor, Devantia, your front six. Look to, after that incident, get away from Peter Golla, who's leading the second back of Amadio Blanco, Vico, Kawabe. They're all in there, the names we've come to know and love. Meanwhile, back up front, it is a breakaway pack of six. Interesting, the newcomer there, Rit, the unknown driver, sitting there comfortably after qualifying in second, running away in second as well. So interesting to see what the newcomer will do in amongst this pack of big names, Corey.
Yeah, it will be, Alex. But one thing that I think is noteworthy here is Nagai's son got out to a big lead early, and he managed to maintain a fairly similar gap throughout the entire lap, which is not something we're used to seeing. I mean, Rit is on his backside now, going for the pass on the outside of the back straight. Simonson also coming to make that three wide as well. Nagai's son's going to drop back to third, just without making contact with Rit or Simonson. And these top six, they're definitely going to be something to watch as the race wears on. But that second pack right now that's being led by Amadio in the five-plated car, that's a pack that has the potential to get back up towards the front pack here and make a bigger field out of this front pack.
Yeah, potentially, Corey. They've got to get it done, though. What are they looking at now? About a 2.3 second gap. It is achievable if these guys up front don't get it sorted. Do you know, tell you what, watching some of the racing here this week, and in particular the warm-up race and this first couple of times around here, it is an absolute art these guys perform as they go through, two, sometimes three wide into the bus stop, and they end up in this single snaking file of skippies. Absolutely amazing to see them do it, and a testament to the skill of these guys around. Of course, the guys here tonight, but there's plenty. Look at that picture in the background, all those skips running wide. Potentially, though, these guys getting it done better than what we've seen sometimes during the week, just because of the standard here and the skill these drivers put on display, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And this is probably one of the harder tracks to get into a groove of things, especially if you're in the front pack. You're all trying to battle out for the lead because you want to try and get into the best position you can for the end of the race. And one person in that front pack that I'm going to be definitely keeping an eye on is the one Mr. Enzo Cantor, the seven-plated car, because we know Enzo very well, and we know he likes to lead from the front because not only do you have clear air in your face, but it also means you have the greatest chance of avoiding any shenanigans that may happen in the pack behind you, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. It's three wide a couple of times down the back straight there towards the bus stop that time round. The guy showing once again. Didn't get it done single file through the bus stop for initially, but got it sorted by the end. Everyone lives to fight another day, and they haven't lost any time. Still over 2.5 seconds now ahead of that second pack there. You can see that what 2.5 seconds in the skips looks like as Fred pokes his head. Get out of the way, camera. He's photo bombing his young Fred, the flag marshal, starting out here on the beginning of lap 4, but they are away again as Nagai-san leads them around. Simonson this time around 2 by 2 behind. Dangerous to do that through the S's at this stage of the race. Could potentially cost themselves the draft. It is Cantor and Rit. Cantor really looking to make his way forward. Rit isn't lifting at this stage. They're going to run up the big back straight now towards the bus stop. Exit at turn 4 this time. Long run up here. The draft of these cars into full effect. Cantor comes across, moves across in front of Rit, goes side by side with Nagai this time round. Line astern, they end up, settles for third place in this pack. Does Cantor, looking to move forward the whole time. The one we got to watch though, Espes, right at the back there, pace to burn, will look to make his mark on this pack towards the latter stages of this race. Devantia sitting on the tail there. I think he's just going to sit there and wait till the end and then look to make a move, Corey.
I think Espes and Devantia are definitely running a very smart race right now, Alex. They're just sitting there in the back. They haven't even tried to effect any kind of an overtake while they've been sitting back there. They've been 5th and 6th the entire time so far. They're waiting to see what these guys in front of them are going to do and looking for their strong points and their weak points to see where they can try and make an overtake. Of course, you and me both know that one of the only real overtaking opportunities is into the bus stop chicane. But like we can see Nagai-san doing right now, there are other places you can make passes, like into the first corner and also into the penultimate corner, especially on the last lap if you want to try and get a good run to the line, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of passing opportunities here. Of course, there's only 7 corners here, only 2 of them left, and you'd hardly call turn 3 this one here much of a left-hand corner at that. It's all flat out once you exit turn 1, which is third gear corner in these cars. So they fan out, trying very hard to go 4 wide this time round. They've managed 3 for the last few laps. How are they going to shuffle the deck this time? Canada looking to take the lead on the outside of the first part of the bus stop. Gets the title line through the second part. Will Simonson yield this time round? Yes, he does. 2 by 2 behind. Espes looking to move up at the expense of Ritt. Devantier just looking to hold his line. Will Ritt be hung out to dry and be on the tail end of this pack, or will he battle away? I think Sam, if anything, Devantier, what's he going to do? He's going to stick 2 by 2, hold the racing line. He'll be on the outside for the penultimate. I doubt he'll fight that too hard, as Nagai-san now tucks into third behind Simonson. Rich shows the nose up the inside of Espes, but not too menacing on that time round. And we're back to settled once again, Corey.
Yeah, it's definitely maybe just a little bit of research and development going on here, Alex. As I said, Ritt poking the nose into the penultimate corner there, just seeing what's possible after getting a bad run through the carousel. That could be something they think about later on if he's stuck on the outside again, maybe in the last 3 or 4 laps. But right now, Enzo Cantor, as I said, he's leading from the front right now. This is where Enzo wants to be, because this is the safest possible place he can be, Alex.
Absolutely, but you won't be. You're not safe in terms of being attacked, because there's a lot of shuffling of the cards in this deck on this big back straight each and every lap. Nagai-san looking to make his presence known as they go 2 and 3 wide once again. Look at them, so much width on this track, so many options. Espes showing the nose, keeps Ritt out of it. The Cowboy Devantier sitting in 6 once again, patiently waiting his time round as these guys get it done once again. Jumping back to the second pack now, Golla still sitting on front of Vico, the teammates of Blanco Vico and Blanco. Kawabe-san there, tucked into 10th, hunting out his second top 10 finish in a row in the new season livery. Mirawiki in his debut, he's also in there for P11. Sabanal, the ANZ driver, just ahead of his rival here, ANZ rival here, and Russell Clark sitting in 13th, just outside the SNL points for Clark. He'll be looking to move up if he can after receiving a boost in points during the weeks due to the drop out of some other drivers. But Simonson and Cantor, Nagai, they are still leading this way, with Espes just quietly poised there in P4, ready to make his move at any stage, Corey.
That's right. We know Espes can be very aggressive when he wants to be, Alex. And right now, sitting in 4th, he's in the perfect spot to be aggressive, because we can and we have seen 4 wide along this back straight, especially in the dying stages of a race. And if anyone's going to throw it 4 wide, I would strongly expect Espes to be the man to do that amount of craziness. I mean, you could probably fit 5 wide on that back straight if you're absolutely wheel to wheel with the guys beside you. But everyone going back to single file now, with Enzo Cantor taking over the lead from Simonson. The guy's son just chilling out in 3rd for now. We've seen him moving around a little bit behind the pack there on the back straight. He was looking for the draft, but he wasn't looking to try and affect an overtake there, Alex.
Yeah, as we see Espes now show his nose out on the approach to turn 6 this time round, the other left-hander in the corner in the circuit. Look, as far as aggression goes, as far as the two of them, Espes and Nagai, I'd give that to Espes. Pace is another question, though. I've got a lot of respect for Espes and his pace, but Nagai's, particularly one lap pace, is outstanding. Ran some laps with Nagai as well at Interlagos in a practice session. Did about a dozen laps side by side. It was brilliant. The man can steer. So watch it. It's interesting. It's a battle of 2 types of tactics: patience and strategy with both of them, of course. But the out and out aggression of Espes later in the race might just be what makes a difference here. But there again, we look in front of him. You got the skill and speed of Simonson. The race smart's in there as well, and then you got similar the speed with Cantor and all the aggression as we go side by side once again. Those two, Nagai-san looking to make it 3 wide. Here I was saying who's going to wait till later in the race, but he's making it 3 wide into the bus stop this time round, and he's fallen back into line just into 3rd. They say P3 is often the place to be at this place on the final lap, but that shows you that it's not a guarantee by any means, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And right now, Espes looking to try and take over third on the inside of the carousel, and he's got that move made very easily. I think the guy's son was just out of position there as they were coming out of the bus stop ever so slightly, and Espes taking the advantage, taking the third, because he likes to be in third on the last lap when it comes to these big drafty back straights. And just like that, Alex, as we're coming out of this final corner, we've already got 8 laps logged in the books. We've only got 9 laps to go in this race now.
Yeah, as watch here, we're going to get a sneaky poke in from Fred. Oh, there he is. Hey, Fred. He's still there. Yes, absolutely. The laps are ticking by at a very rapid rate as Espes just quietly making the moves forward to be in prime position for the second half of this run. As we jump back to the second pack now, led by Vico, just ahead of Goller and his teammate Danny Blanco. Morawiki, he's tucked on the end of that four. Sabanal looking like he's dropped off a bit now, battling for P11 with Kawabe-san and Clark. Those three pretty good mates, it's turning out, international as it might be with Kawabe-san in Japan, but they get on well, and you can see why. They're competitive with each other on the track, about the same pace, and you know, that's what it's all about, getting in there and having a crack with your mates. Meanwhile, as we jump back up front, Nagoya Naoya Nagai-san. Oh, jeepers, I've got it wrong. He's taken third back from Espes, but at what cost, I ask you? 7/10 behind the front two of Simonson and Canton. We've seen this before, where the shuffling of the deck mid-lap can lead to front two or three getting away. Is that what's going to happen this time, as they've closed up about half a tenth through the final sector? But with these sweeping corners and long straights, will the front two drop them? Already got a couple of tenths back, so maybe not, Corey.
And see, if I was Nagai-san there, I probably would have pulled over to the inside to pick up Simonson's draft there. I know Simonson was just trying to extend the gap between himself and Cantor, so you know he wasn't too close as they were coming up through the S's. But it looks like Nagai-san right on the back of Simonson again. So these guys will indeed close back up again, thanks to Simonson, you know, taking the swooping line along the front stretch just to break the draft a little bit to Cantor. But look at the background there. Espes getting out very sideways and wide, coming out of the S's. Now we've got a battle for second. 3 wide just about. No, Espes almost got his nose in it, then pulled out of it. The battle is still on for second. 2 by 2 they go into the bus stop between Nagai-san and Simonson. Looks like these guys are starting to turn up the wick a little bit, Alex, now that we're halfway through this race.
Definitely. Nagai-san, I haven't seen that sort of aggression from him before, pushing Simonson all the way through the bus stop. And the risk is now, with 6.5 tenths and closing, Simonson trying to get back on Cantor. I wonder, he was looking to break the draft behind last lap, but it cost him half a second on Cantor along that front straight. I don't know, maybe got a poor run out. I don't know, but... it's certainly opened up the gap there. We know he's certainly got the pace to bridge it, though. It's just depending on which one of these guys wants to do it the most, because I think second, third and fourth there could all do it, but they don't want to fight over it and let Cantor skip away. As we check on the guys behind, we've got Vico still leading from Golla now, with Blanco and Morawiki tucked in behind. Behind then, the threesome of Sabanal, Clark and Kawabe, Amadio and Tellini, the Italian drivers this time now, both matching San's rear wings, as it turns out. The Italians, Yamato, the Japanese driver, he's down there in 16th to 17th. The lone soldier, the lonely, car number 4, Brett McBurney, after that early incident in the race. Espes and Nagai now 2 by 2 into the bus stop now, and Nagai yields. Espes gets a 2-for-1 done, gets Nagai on the entry to the bus stop, gets Cantor on the exit. Simonson looking to get away with a half a second gap now, and Espes really setting the cat amongst the pigeons, Corey.
That's right, Alex. And Rit also getting around Nagai-san as they were coming through the big swooping right-hander there, the carousel. That's the word I was looking for. I forgot about it for an entire second. Oh, Espes! Through the penultimate corner. He's just lost a lot of time there. He's lost a position to Cantor, dropped back to third. Rit now all over his gearbox, and Ritt's going to be looking at trying to take advantage as they come into turn one this time, Alex.
These guys are going to fall over each other trying to get into Simonson's draft at this rate. Simonson now nearly 9/10 out. They'll get a lot back potentially on this run down. We're on lap 12, so they've got 5 to go. Have they got the patience not to battle this time into the bus stop and let just Simonson just run away with it? That's what we're going to find out. How smart? What's the race IQ like in this pack? Well, there's enough of a gap there potentially for Cantor and Espes. Might get swamped though. Cantor should be all right. Will Nagai son, he's gone too wide. Devantia, he'll have patience, I've got no doubt. Espes, yeah, no, they've 2 by 2 behind. These guys have got to work together or this race is over for them. Line astern, they get it done, and it was Ritt this time. He's moved up 1 spot. He's tucked in behind Espes, looking to get forward if he can after waiting several laps. Qualified second, got shuffled back early, looking to make a late charge, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And Ritt, even though this is his first race here with us, he's definitely got to be a very experienced driver. He's a 3.5k I rating, so he's definitely up there with some of the faster guys that we usually see racing with us each and every single week. And he's showing the goods right now, sitting there in 4th. I reckon he's waiting for the last 2 or 3 laps before he's really going to start making moves. And he doesn't have that much of a gap to Espes. It's only about half a second. And we know from experience we can close that up on the back straight here in absolutely no time, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely correct. This pack looking like it's joined back up again. Half a second between Ritt and Espes, the biggest gap in this leading pack of 6. What's going on in that second pack? Vico still leading from Golo and Blanco. Morawiki tucked in behind there. Then we got the battle pack of 3. ANZ and 2 ANZ, 1 Japanese drivers. You see Sabanal looking to make the move on Clark. Kawabe-san looking to use draft and maybe get a 2 for 1 up the back straight. The 4 guys in front, they're 2 and 3 wide. They're getting through. What have Kawabe got? He grabs it 2 for 1 style. Thank you very much. Domo arigato gozaimashita, he says as we jump back up the front. We've got Espes now on the front. We missed it, sorry folks. We were checking all our fellow racers down the back there. We've got Espes now. Cantor coming up the inside through the penultimate corner there. Can he get it done? I think he can. Simonson shuffled after almost skipping away, Corey. He's back down to 3rd.
Well, as we said, Alex, that draft is just so strong along the back straight here. You can close up half a second in no time at all. But Cantor actually kicked off the whole sequence of events. He went 2 by 2 with Simonson as they were coming out of turn 4. And then Espes behind just picked up the draft of both of them and got them both into the bus stop. And as we saw there, Cantor coming back through in the penultimate corner to get back around Espes. But now the race is on. We've only got 4 laps left to run in this race, Alex. And these guys are starting to turn up the wick. But I've got to know who you got your money on right now.
Oh, look, the front 3 at the moment, it's a roll of the dice. It really is at this track. I think the front 3 have got the experience, the pace and the aggression. I think it'll be one of those 3. Money's on... Honestly, it's on either Espes or Simonson, and the way Simonson's been driving lately, I'd have to go with him. The guys behind in Nagai-san certainly got the speed to do it. Maybe not the aggression. Devantia, very, very patient. Maybe just waiting to pick up some scraps and Ritz. We don't know. We don't know much about him. I'm just checking out his history here. He's done a fair bit of skips in the last little bit to bring his I rating up to the level where he can sneak in on a night like tonight as car 17 of 18. So maybe one to watch for the seasons to come, Corey, at that rate, rather than tonight. Or maybe he's just going to make every post a winner for his first appearance. Who knows?
Well, we will find out here in about 3 laps' time, Alex, as we are coming along the front straight once more. And I've actually got my money on the Guy-san here as he goes for an inside move on Simonson going into turn 1. That was a very aggressive little move. As you said before, we never usually see this kind of aggression from the Guy-san. And I think that it's really good to see. Oh, as he caught the curb there going through turn 2, that slowed him up a little bit, allowed Devantia to get around his outside, which became the inside for turn 3. And it looks like Devantia now clean and clear into 4th. And Devantia now just ever so slightly picking them off one by one now, Alex. And he is in prime position to get right up and in amongst this battle for the lead.
The Cowboys starting to rope some of his foes here tonight. He's out there, as you say, moving up. He's been super patient throughout the Speedy Snails driver. This time round deciding it's time to get a wriggle on, and time it is. And getting a move on he is as well. So he's up to fourth, as you say. Really mixing it with some of the big guns. Great to see an ANZ driver in the front pack as well, vying for the win. It's been a while since we've seen that, Corey. Simonson now tucked into third. Espes and Cantor doing what he does best, leading the pack through for the closing stages of this one. As they come through the final corner this time round, it is anybody's money on this. You may as well go to the casino and put it all on red or black, because who knows who's going to win this one. But Simonson now showing the nose just to keep the guys in front interested, and the guys behind perhaps less so into turn one this time round. 2 laps to go. Very, very busy up here. Cantor, what do you reckon, Corey? Do you want to be leading the pack, or do you want to be second or third in this one?
I think from personal experience, Alex, I'd probably want to be second or third, more notably second than third. But we have seen drivers leading the way coming onto the back straight here and maintaining the lead coming out of the bus stop. Not something that Cantor is going to be able to do this time, as Espes and Simonson get around him. And it looks like Devantia also sticking his nose up there as we go 2 by 2 into the bus stop. And it looks like Devantia is probably just about, oh no, he's just going to miss out on taking third away there. But it's a close battle right now. And it looks like Espes and Simonson starting to get a little bit of a gap here as well, Alex.
Yeah, that battling for the scraps there in the mid-pack means Espes and Simonson have got half a chance to get away here, though it's only half a second. But what it does mean, half a second at this stage of the race, very hard to claw back potentially, although beautiful lines there from Cannon in the background. As much as his blinking would be off-putting for the rest of the pack, that's probably close enough. Espes really positioned pretty damn well, I have to say, as Fred vigorously waves the white flag this time round as they sprawl across the track, trying to tactically position their cars, both in terms of relative to the other cars in front and behind, to get and maximise the drive. See Simonson there. What's that, a 0.3 of a second gap coming into the S's for the final time round. Devantia all over the back of Cantor this time round. Fourth, it's tough to get it done by, but he's doing everything he can, the Speedy Snails driver, to be right in it. Cantor moves left, does not cover the right. That's where Devantia will go. They're 3 wide very early on here. Devantia looking to make it 4 wide this time round. What's going to happen in this front pack? Cantor going around the outside of turn, the first one, the second one, he's got in front. It'll be Simonson's lot to try and get it through the chute this time round, or into the penultimate corner. Cantor leading them through this time round. Espes has been shuffled back by Devantia. That's the big move. It's Cantor with 2 corners to go. Oh, he's left the door open, and Simonson's come up the inside. He'll get the run into the penultimate corner, but can he keep it, as Cantor might have the inside into the final corner? No. It's going to be Devantia putting all sorts. Oh, Cantor's come across. He's taken out the half of the front pack. He's put him into the wall. He clipped the grass on the exit of the final corner. It's going to be Simonson. Simonson taking it out from Nagai-san. And Ritz, in his debut, gets an outstanding podium. Danny Blanco grabs fourth from is Devantia creeping home for fifth? Yes, he is. Morawicki, again in his debut, grabs 6 as the stragglers start coming over the line. Corey, look at Espes in the background. I can't believe it. That one touch of the grass, Corey.
Oh, I know, Alex. That was incredible. What an ending to the race. We could not have predicted that it would have gone that way. That was incredible. And, I was watching that so intently that I just seen Nagai-san just absolutely hit the brakes as soon as he saw that Cantor was going wide. He hit the brakes, make sure he was going to be slowed up enough that he wasn't going to get involved in anything that happened in that crash. Unfortunately, Sam Devantia taken out of it after having such a solid run, trying to take second away. And, that's probably the best run that we've seen Devantia have in any season so far. And, yeah, poor Esbez as well. Just the innocent party in that. And wow, what a finish, Alex.
Oh, no. Oh, so devastating for Devanti. Aside from his season at Scuba a couple of seasons ago, that was very impressive from the young Speedy Snail. To come unstuck like that was just tragic. We might go and let's see if we can't grab Devantia's cockpit and see what he saw. He's lining up the final corner and then bang, out of nowhere. He had nose in front too. And then just it's all there and then it's all gone. And then Espes, what happened to him? He finished miles down the order, didn't he? With that busted, I can't even see him in the finishing order. Let's go back and see what happened to him in that. He had a bodgy wheel there for a moment. I want to go back and see what happened. Oop, no, backwards, Alex, backwards. I want to see what happened to poor Mr. Espes. This'll show it beautifully if we can grab a look. Espes in a beautiful line there. Canter blinking in and out of existence, of course, as he has done most of the racing. Just see that little bit of grass. Espes, I don't know if he had the wherewithal or just didn't have the time to lift there. And, tragedy for all three, if I'm honest. Innocent mistake, I'm going to say, absolutely. You'd be spewing, wouldn't you? Absolutely spewing. But we've dwelt on that a fair bit. Let's go check out our results for this week. Sunday Night Lights. Oh, actually, I'm okay. I'll leave it there for now. Sunday Night Lights, round 5, season 23 from Watkins Glen. Benny Simonson, Apex Racing, taking it out. Naoya Nagai, Otskare Samaresta. He's finished second on the podium for Japan this week. He got a win last season. I don't think he's had many podiums other than that, so congratulations to him. Tobias Ritt in his debut. He's grabbed P3 after starting in second off the grid. A great debut for young Mr. Ritt. Hopefully we'll see a bit more of him. Danny Blanco, perhaps not expecting to get P4 tonight, but managed to do so in a great drive. The Speedy Snail, the Cowboy, Sandavantia, after being odds on for a podium, did manage to bring it home in 5th, which is something to take away from tonight. Raphael Stockmal Mirawicki in his debut finishing 6th tonight. Peter Golla in 7th, Lois Amadio from Italy in 8th tonight. Alexis Vico from Across Competition. He's in 9th. Gail Kawabe from Japan. Kawabe-san finishing in the top 10 tonight. In 10th position, Donald Sabanal from ANZ. He's finished in 11th. Takumi Yamato, the Japanese driver, in 12th. Pablo Espes for R70 team. Again, gutted down in P13 tonight. Brett McBurney. He's for McFlabby Racing, the ANZ driver, in 14th. 15th tonight, the unlucky Enzo Cantor for Movano Sim Racer, being in it up to his eyeballs all throughout the night. And as we saw, coming a cropper in the second exit of the second last corner. Giuseppe Tolini from Italy, he's in 16th. Russell Clark, what on earth happened to Russell Clark there? Down in 17th for Team Milo. Matteo Grimaldi from Italy, ran out your field in 18th. Tonight, I didn't see what happened to Russell. Did you pick it up at all, Corey?
No, I did not, Alex. I think he might have been involved with the aftermath of the crash coming out of the penultimate corner there. I'm seeing a little bit of chat that would suggest such in the driver text channel here. So that is a possibility for what happened to the unfortunate Mr. Russell Clark there.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and see if I can find it. Clark's approaching there. It was having that battle with Kawabe and Sabanal. And then I can hear the crashing going on in the background. And then Clark coming around the penultimate corner. He's ahead of Sabanal. He's behind Kawabe. They've had a great battle throughout. And then, let's see here. Oh, Espes is all over the shop. Don't tell me Espes comes across and takes him out. Surely not. Oh no! Look. Oh no! He's got through all right there. What's going on? What is going on? He's got all. Oh, there it is. Yep, canter into the rear of canter. Oh, that's tragic. This is what. Oh, I just want to see what it looks like. Just one more time before we go to the interviews. Oh, I can't believe the luck he's got. That's terrible. Honestly, that is terrible. And he was unsighted too, and then he's got a Movano car right in his face. That will just about do me. Anyway. All right. Oh, no, I've buggered it up again. Have I? I think I have. Oh, come on. Let's help me out, please. Just do it. There we go. Oh, my word. Oh, let's see if we can go get at the start there. No, I'm just going to leave it there on replay and we'll see how we go. We've got 2 drivers for interviews here tonight. We've got the Speedy Snail, 5th place tonight for the Speedy Snail, Mr. Sam Devantia. Sam, got to say, mate, top drive, really good drive. And then, not much you can do about that last corner, mate. Tell us all about it.
Well, the whole race, you probably could have seen it, but Enzo was blinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he has fiber, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I had to go for the moves in the last 2 laps, and I thought I had a good chance for a podium, but yeah. Second time I had that happen to me this week. Car was clean, so yeah, can't do anything about it. So it was good fun. Top 5, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Listen, it was a fantastic drive. You were patient throughout that one, and then we spotted it, mate. You made the move. You were looking to move up through the field there at the end. Made it a really good time after showing a great deal of patience. And honestly, there was nothing you could do. I mean, you're already half a car length up on Enzo, and he just grabs the grass. Not much you can do about that, mate. But really top drive, mate. Hopefully, you're pretty satisfied with how you went.
Yeah, I am pretty satisfied after doing 4 hours in Nordschleife. So I would say, yeah, honestly, any result, happier. So
Yeah, well done, mate. Congratulations on a fantastic drive. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go tonight?
probably just most of the Speedy Snails. So yeah, that's about it.
Beautiful,
And you guys
beautiful.
obviously broadcasting.
Thanks, mate. Great to see you in here. Hopefully, do we expect to see any more in the coming weeks?
Depends, honestly. You never know.
Beautiful. All right, thanks, Sam, mate. Talk to you soon.
So, yeah.
There you go, Corey, the cowboy, won Sam Devantia. I thought it was a really good drive by him tonight. Put himself right in the thick of it at the end, and other than a bit of bad luck, he was on for a strong podium.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. It was a very calculated risk from Devantia the entire race. He sat back there in P6 for the majority of it. And then when the opportunities came, he started taking them. And he was just controlled aggression, just working his way through the field one car at a time. His TCR racing's definitely been helping him out here with running the Skippy because it was a very smart drive from Devantia. And I'm glad that we got to see him up towards the front and making moves. It's just that very unfortunate final lap, and you can hear that he's gutted, but I'm glad he still got a top 5 out of it because it's definitely one hell of a result considering the race that he had.
Yeah, it really showed the differing styles. There were the guys up the front really looking to take the bull by the horns from the first flag, and Devantia showed that you can be patient just as much and then move it, reduce your risk, and come at it at the end as well. So when I say reduce the risk, obviously didn't reduce it all the way, but that's certainly a great drive from him anyway. But second on our list tonight is one Enzo Cantor. Enzo, right in it. Well, first of all, welcome back. Really strong drive here tonight, and then just that little clip of the grass at the end, mate. Tell us about your race.
Hi guys. Well, it was a perfect race till the last penultimate corner. So what can I say? It was very fun and exciting race. Very fair, very clean all the time. At the end, I was doing the penultimate corner, trying to leave a little bit room on the inside in order to avoid any kind of contacts. But I misjudged a little bit my speed exit and hitting the grass. You know, you will die there. I was sure I would not hit the grass and I would be completely over the curb. But I did a very little but heavy mistakes. Heavy mistake that ruined the race to the others. So I'm very sorry. After that, I was trying only to try if the car was able to finish the race, and probably my line was not clear to the car that were arriving. So Alexis went over me, and another crash. But I think that when there is an incident and yellow flags, the people are have to slow a little bit down, no, because yes, is my mistake, but there is not a rule that force me to press ask suddenly to disappear on the track. So I'm there. I'm not rejoining. I'm almost very slow on the track on the left, and I was trying to leave my car from the line in order to arrive to the finish without causing an incident. But behind of me were arriving 3, 4, 5, 6 cars full throttle without leaving at all throttle. But you know, when there are yellow flags and your spotter said slow car on the left, you have to be careful, no?
Well, mate, it was desperately unlucky. It was a fantastic battle up front and a real roll of the dice to see who would take that one out, to be honest. And I'm really disappointed for you and the other guys who got caught up in that, mate, because you put on a fantastic show. Great to see you back here with us, Enzo. Can we look forward to seeing you again anytime this season?
Well, I wish. I had some work, too much work to do, as often happen in my life. Then I'm managing to come back. I'm very sorry because I really wanted to avoid the contact with the car inside of me. So that was the only reason why I was a little bit wide. But in order to avoid the contact, I caused then another one. So I really am very sorry. And then, well, I was slow in the straight, and I don't know what could I do. Perhaps Alexis said I was going right, left, because well, car was almost unable to drive. I was only trying to finish the race, and this happened to me other times. So again, I'm very sorry. Next time I will press ask soon after my incident, so probably this will be the better choice.
Well, thanks, Enzo, mate. Great to talk to you as always. It was so close to being an epic finish, mate, and I'm sorry it didn't work out for you tonight. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yes, I have to say thanks first of all to all the drivers on the field, because even if I had some quarrel with them, this is a great community, and I love everyone of the community. And after that, my team, my teammates, as always, Mivano Sim Racing It, my team manager Fabio Mantellini, my teammates Manu Lucchetta and Ludwig Guidi that are not here today, but I think they will come back soon next week. And thank you because you did an awesome work every time, and I cannot wait to watch the broadcast replay. I was wishing in another final because I was almost sure to finish on the podium, but well, till that it was a perfect race for me.
Excellent. Thanks, Enzo. Great to talk to you as always, and hopefully we'll see you back again soon.
Yeah, thank you. See you soon.
Yeah, Corey Enzo Cantor, apologetic for his part in that one. Look, it's tough. The adrenaline's pumping. You want to get and maximise what you can out of an otherwise bad situation. But hindsight's a wonderful thing, right?
Yeah, that's right, Alex. But Enzo is normally a really good driver, and we haven't seen the best of him in this race. I mean, we saw some absolutely great action throughout the actual race itself. It's just that last lap, you know, he went off track and got spun out. That happens. It's motorsport, and everything after that, it was probably a little bit on the not so good side, but it's just a hard thing to call when you got the adrenaline pumping. You're just trying to get to the finish line there. You know, it's hard to call it. I don't have the words to pop into my head to describe the feeling of just trying to make it to the end of the race, especially after the race was such an absolute cracking race for the front. But Enzo will be back. He'll be back bigger and better than ever, and I'm sure we'll see him at the front of the pack again, Alex.
Yep, absolutely. Look forward to the day when it happens too. Our final driver tonight was, in fact, our race winner, Apex Racing's Benny Simon, car plate number 1. Finished number 1 on the podium here tonight, mate. What a cracking race up the front that looked like. How was it out there for you, Benny?
Yeah, that's a good race. Obviously, didn't finish too nicely in the end for some guys, but yeah, for me it was good. But yeah, just I think it was just unfortunately from Enzo. From what I can see, just left a bit too much room and just put a wheel on the grass. So yeah.
Yeah, not much you could do about that, unfortunately. And it was the smallest of mistakes. It brought quite a number of drivers a cropper at the end, and of course, then the aftermath ensued. It is what it is. But the racing in that front pack in this race looked to be really excellent in terms of, there was some good strategy in there. The guys, including yourself, positioning yourself at different spots in the pack during the race. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It certainly looked like it was a bit of fun out there.
Yeah, it was a really good race. It's there was I think there's like massively respect from everybody, both this and the first warm-up race. I think this track and last week's track both screams death. um, and I mean, if we look away, obviously the warm-up race, but if we look away from the last unfortunate incident. He was massively clean, massively respectful from everybody. So yeah, it was really good fun. It was a great race, and then obviously we were just trying to sit in the right little pocket and be in the position when to get the best run for the end of the last lap.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, congratulations on a great drive, a great win, and I know a slight disappointment with the way it ended, but for yourself, mate, a top drive, great win, and the season continues, mate. Congratulations. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Obviously, as always, it's you guys for organising it. So I know it's not easy work from I know that from my own part. So yeah, and nice to see Corey back from being a part timer.
Beautiful. All right, Benny. Thanks, mate. And we look forward to chatting to you perhaps next week or the weeks remaining in the season. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, all right. Ciao, guys.
There you go, Corey. Copping a bit for one of the best going around there, Mr. Simonson, mate. Shots fired, but all in good spirit, no doubt.
Imagine him calling me a part timer when I've done more weeks of this than he has.
Potentially, absolutely. Well,
Definitely one of the best out there. He showed it tonight. Controlled aggression from the front. He was right at the front in the top 3 that were battling it out lap after lap. And it's always a joy to have Simonson come in and show us, just what kind of a level an 8.4K I rating driver is at. And he's definitely helped raise the stakes a little bit as far as everyone's skill level, because everyone is improving each and every single week after racing against him.
Yeah, look, could I tell you, he does it for love as well. The I rating doesn't mean much to him. And you can see a race like tonight, I hope, is the sort of thing that keeps a guy like him interested, because they're the folks we need around that get out there and have a bit of fun and put on such a great show for us, which is what we're all about, which is fantastic. But, folks, that might do us for tonight. Corey, what do you got on coming up this week?
Well, there's going to be a lot of recovering after my weekend. 2 really big nights at the Motorplex on Friday and the Saturday just gone for the grand final. So I'm in a little bit of recovery myself. We're going to be looking at doing a bit of racing throughout the week. I'm pretty sure it's Talladega week coming up when the tracks change over for the NASCAR. So I'll be getting in on that. I've got the broadcast over on the Aussie Sim commentator channel on Wednesday, and that's twitch.tv/Aussie_Sim_commentator. Tuesday morning, I do have Phasmophobia with my buddy who is also a streamer that you can find out more information about on my stream. And then, yeah, back here with you again next week, Alex, barring any computer failures.
Yeah, that's it. Folks, everything Top Split is on your screen, of course. Discord is where we do the broadcast and the post-race interviews. This and every other race replay will be on the Top Split YouTube channel for all of MNL and SNL history and Corey's, and this Twitch channel, of course, where you can find us each and every week, bringing you the best Skippy action going around. Of course, don't forget our raffle at the moment, end of season raffle for $100 Steam voucher. Subscribe to the channel, donate $5 or more to the channel each time you do that. You get a ticket in the draw that'll be drawn at the last broadcast of the season. But until next time, folks, on behalf of the chaotic one himself, Corey Steinhauser, I'm Alex McKellar. Thank you for joining us both on track and off. Your support means the world. And until next time, I'll say ciao for now.